tonight, who is John Hilliard. John is awesome. I got to meet him again over the weekend. He knows 100% of the facts about these products. He is doing awesome. He's killing it. His team is growing like crazy. He's multi-talented, multilingual. John's got it all. But he's very humble and he loves to help people and he's a lot of fun to be around. We had a chance to just hang out for a little while there when Saturday morning, was it? Maybe. I don't even remember. Maybe it was Sunday morning. But anyway, yeah, we had a good time. But anyway, I want to introduce to some and present to others John Hilliard.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. White. Catherine
You're
White.
welcome.
Yeah, and we had a great time in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Catherine, is a wonderful person. Everybody that was in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
We had a great time. Looking forward to seeing you all in May. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, we just had a wonderful meetup. We call it the Method, where we go to rub shoulders with everyone else that's of a similar mindset, and also learn about what it takes to be not only successful in business but successful in life. Everything starts with a good mindset. You set your sight on something. You set a goal. Before you even take that first step, you have to get your mind right. So that's what we were doing this past week, this past couple of days in Las Vegas. We had a great time doing it, and it just leads to nothing but success. So thank you everybody for coming out. Love it. Those of you that are on Facebook, welcome. Those of you that are on YouTube, welcome. Instagram as well. Love to see everybody out here, and of course here on Zoom. Glad you could come out to hear this powerful information, listen to some of the powerful information that can really, really change your life. But before I get started, just let me share a little bit about myself and why I entertain the thought of getting involved in such a powerful mission. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Just give me 1 second here. Here we go. All right. Everything is set up there. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, can everyone see my screen now?
Yes.
All right, and to everyone that I set up as a moderator, do please keep your eyes on the door, letting any customers in, and if anyone else comes in that shouldn't be here, then definitely keep your eye on them too. All right, so let's go and get started. As everybody knows, I am a truck driver. Been driving trucks for 20 years, and I found myself getting caught up in what I call the truck driver trade-off. I was always that happy-go-lucky guy, a big smile on my face. Everyone was happy to see me come around. I mean, just like these past couple days in Vegas. Oh, there's John over there. Oh, I see you on TikTok. Big smile, the big jovial teddy bear. But deep down inside, I was struggling out. I was in pain. Achy joints, brain fog, leaky gut. My blood pressure was creeping up, and I knew I had to do something because a lot of people that I'd grown up with, even people younger than me, I noticed they had already started to punch that clock for the last time, and I didn't want to be next. So I came across this protocol and figured, why not? Everything else I had tried had failed, so what's one more thing? So I said, there's a money back guarantee, so what have I got to lose? So I got a hold of the system, and I made this video day one of trying the system. So this is my story.
Everybody has seen this picture. Yeah, that's all 373.6 pounds of me. Truck driving definitely takes a toll on your health. Achy joints, out of breath just walking to the building, tired all the time, brain fog, waking up with headaches every morning. I knew I had to do something, but everything that I had tried in the past just wasn't working. So I heard about the Feel Great system and decided to give it a try. Hey, what did I have to lose? They say there's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so I decided to give it a shot. Okay, here we go. Tastes good. Well, after being on the system for an entire year, here's what I look like now. I am leaving the 300 Club. Do the math.
And of course, I am no longer in the 300 Club. I am down 100 pounds, feeling great, not turning back. I will never, ever be 373.6 pounds again. I guarantee you that. Okay, so like I said before, I was caught up in the truck driver trade-off. So what is that, you may ask? Well, it's, you ask any truck driver, they'll tell you pretty much a similar story. You never really have enough time to spend with family and friends because you're always gone. And I heard the other truck drivers talking about this just today. It can be a good job. You can make some decent money, but when those wheels aren't rolling, you are broke. You're not making any money. Okay. And like I said, any truck driver will tell you that. But most importantly, I noticed that my health and my weight had become a serious concern in my life. And I knew I had to do something. You know, truck drivers, we deal with a very, very rigorous schedule. I always say that truck driving is hazardous to your health. Truck drivers are twice as likely to struggle with diabetes. A lot of truck drivers deal with heavy blood pressure issues. Sleep disorders are common. Smoking. I mean, there's a lot of issues that we deal with. It's a stressful job, lots of long hours, and the food out here. I hadn't even started on that yet. God, it's really really difficult. Though not impossible, but difficult nonetheless to maintain a healthy diet out here. So here's a few disturbing facts. 90% of adults in America are metabolically unhealthy. High blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, they're at an all-time high. People suffer from unwanted fat and low energy. I was definitely in the low energy category. Over 100 million adults in the US are currently dealing with diabetes and even pre-diabetes. Heart disease, we all know this one. It's the number one killer in the world. And childhood obesity is growing at an alarming rate. You know, I remember my mom dropped me off at school looking at the other kids saying, ooh, they making kids big nowadays. Yeah, yeah. Why is that? And as I was saying earlier, truck drivers are twice as likely to struggle with obesity, 50% more susceptible to diabetes. A lot of truck drivers smoke. High blood pressure numbers are out of control, and sleep disorders are also very, very common. Okay, so you would agree with me when I say that we have a problem, right? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Would you also agree that if you had all the time and all the money in the world, it would be pretty difficult to enjoy without great health? Who would agree with that statement? Well, you know, one of the reasons for all these, problems is our modern day food environment. I mean, listen to all the fussing and fighting that's going on up on Capitol Hill, today. Talk about the food. A lot of it is causing what we call insulin resistance. From the moment we get up, we are like, inundated, bombarded even by all these names that we come to know and love. They're ready to feed us those 5 major food groups. So I lost my screen here. Hold on a second, Joe. Go back. Hold on. All right, let me get this to the right screen. Excuse me now. Computer wants to run a little slow today. All right, there we go. Now let's get this back in order. Okay. High fructose corn syrup, artificial ingredients, refined carbohydrates, they're all low in nutrients, and it's low in fiber. Those are the 5 major food groups. Okay, those aren't the 5 major food groups, but yeah, I'll get the point. It's all very, very addictive, but we know the processed stuff is not good for us. Even the agriculture, the produce, is suspect. Again, I'm a truck driver. I've been to places where they gas the food, where they let some of the produce sit out in the elements for up to a year before it's finally shipped. You get it home and it only has a shelf life for a week. How did they preserve the food so long at the shipping plant? Chemicals, gases, it's treated with all kinds of stuff. We eat it, ingest it, and it does Lord knows what to our bodies. Okay, something's wrong. Something's really, really wrong. So, you might say, John, well, we could just all go on a diet. Well, let's explore that. Hold on. Oh, golly, come on now. I'm really hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. Now I'm back. All right, let's explore that diet option. How many of you ever tried a diet? What happened? Well, you might have a little, temporary success. You lose 2, 3, 4, maybe even 10 pounds. But then what happens? You get frustrated. You plateau. You get bored with the food that you're eating. Eat this, not that. Come on now. Give me some pizza. Next thing you know, you're not on your diet anymore until that next trend comes along. And the same thing happens. Lose about maybe 3 pounds, 7 pounds, 10 pounds, even 15, but then you've done so well, those friends come along. I like to call them the temptations. Hey, you deserve a cheat meal. Right? That's what they say, right? Come on out to eat with us, you've done so well. One little night out won't hurt. Yeah, one night turns into 2, 2 turns into 10. Next thing you know, you're not on your diet anymore. Until the third trend comes along. Third time's a charm, right? Same thing happens. Lose a little bit, start showing, some good results, and then here come the holidays. We just went through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's Day is coming up. Ladies, How many of y'all just can't resist them chocolates? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Ooh, wow, thank you. You're so nice. Yeah. Next thing you know, you got more love handles, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, be loving that. I'm just saying. But anyway, next thing you know, you're not on your diet anymore, and you start feeling like, what the heck? You just end up giving up. Okay. As I said, it's the modern day food environment that's causing insulin resistance. These are some signs that you're looking at right now of insulin resistance. And as I go through these, think about it. How many of you or people that you know are dealing with any of these signs? Skin tags around the back of your neck, little bumps. I mean, they're basically harmless. Not the sexiest thing in the world, but it's a sign of insulin resistance. How many of y'all have or know somebody that has those?
Yeah.
How about the discoloration,
Acanthosis nigricans? Could that be it?
I can't talk this Negro cans. Whatever it is you said. Yeah. The dark pigmentation around the back of your neck, that's a sign of insulin resistance.
Yes.
Constant hunger, inability to lose weight, no matter what diet you try, it just doesn't seem to work. It's not that diets don't work, they're just unsustainable. Constant cravings for salt and sugar, that has my name all over it. Gotta have the chips, gotta have the cookies, gotta have the candy, just gotta have it.
Yeah.
Migraines, I used to wake up with headaches on this truck all the time. Couldn't explain it. Maybe it's blood pressure, maybe it's cholesterol, I don't know. Those are typically known as silent killers, but it also is a sign of insulin resistance. Fatigue, you get up and go, you just got up and wait. You wake up tired, or after that big meal, you have what we call the itis.
Mommy, I'm sleepy.
Oh, don't worry about that, little baby. That's just the itis.
The what?
The itis. That's what you call it when you get sleepy after a big meal.
Yeah, we've all been there, right?
Mhm.
That too is a sign of insulin resistance. Touch the top part of your stomach. If it feels hard, that's visceral fat. It's caked around your organs. Organs are supposed to be able to move, expand, contract, all that good stuff. When fluid runs through it. But if that fat is restricting its movement, then that can be kind of dangerous. And that too is a sign of insulin resistance. All that is being caused by our modern day food environment. But if you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems, because these lead to the things like high blood pressure, diabetes. They lead to the cholesterol problems, the PCOS, the erectile dysfunction, the neuropathy, the neuralgia, fibromyalgia, and the list goes on. All of it starts from insulin resistance, and you can be insulin resistant 10, 15, 20 years before your doctor gives you one of those diagnoses. Let me pivot a little bit and talk about the company. The name of our company is Unicity International. This is one of our newest facilities where we just came from in Las Vegas, Nevada. Formerly known as Rexall Drugs, they became Unicity when Rexall merged with Enrich International. And in 2006, this man, Mr. Stuart Hughes, who has over 3 years of experience in the wellness industry, became the owner and CEO of the company. Under his leadership, Unicity has become completely debt-free and is also known as one of the top 500 privately held companies in the United States. We are currently doing business in over 60 countries and support over 20 different languages. And Unicity's sole mission
On
make
Zoom
life better.
right now. I will call you when I
Unicity also holds a very strong position within the wellness industry, which, from what I understand, is on track to become a $1 trillion industry over the next few years, and is on track to create quite a few brand new millionaires. Which raises another question. How many of y'all would like a slice of that $1 trillion pie? I'm just asking.
Me.
I know I would.
Me
I
too.
know I would. All right, let's go and start talking about the products. Our flagship product is the Feel Great system, and consists of 2 plant-based products, Unimate Tea and Unicity Balance. I'm going to ask one of my partners, Mr. Dennis Williams, if you would please, to tell us about the Unimate.
Thank you, John. Most definitely, I will do that. Whew. Our flagship product is called the Feel Great System. And let me tell you, it consists of 2 powerful food-based products, Unimate Tea and Unicity Balance. Now, Unimate Tea is a tea that helps you feel great all day. It boosts your mood and physical performances. It is also a mental clarity, helps with brain fog, supports mental health, suppress hunger, cravings for sweet and salty foods. It gives you 10 times more feel-good elements found in a typical cup of coffee without the crashes or jitters. Now, it can be enjoyed hot or cold. Okay. It's a 5-step process. It's handpicked, fire roasted, extracted, concentrated, and purification process. Okay, it's a high quality purification free from contaminants, also from pesticide, and it also promotes healthy digestion, improves endurance strength during exercise. Shall I go on down?
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, and you know what? Unimate is more than just a tea. Look at some of these clinical studies, the results from these clinical studies that have been done on it. The increase in aerobic fitness, increase in strength rather, aerobic fitness by 13%. The psychological well-being increased by 20% just after taking Unimate. That's because of all the chlorogenic acid. 30-day average, these are cholesterol numbers I'm about to read next. LDL, HDL, triglycerides, all of them increase. Even the A1C levels had decreased, by about 3% from just taking the Unimate. And it also supports weight management. Waist circumference goes down, hip circumference goes down, and of course your weight. All this, from this natural plant product, and it is changing lives all over the world. Right? Now I'm going to talk about the balance. The balance is a pre-meal drink. When it's mixed with water and taken before you eat, it provides critical fiber and support. It slows down the digestion of carbs, promotes healthy blood glucose, insulin, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. It also has a 7X technology, plus the fiber matrix that provides 8 different strands of fiber that can cause you to feel fuller for a very, very long time. It also contains a vitamin complex that provides you with the daily vitamins and minerals. It also helps to balance out your gut health to get rid of unwanted body fat. Now at Unicity, here's how things are done. We have our own dedicated in-house scientists and specialists. When we were out there in Vegas, we could actually see the labs where the scientists work. You can see where they actually package the stuff as well. I mean, all this stuff is done in-house. They don't, buy products that are manufactured by somewhere else and slap their own label on it. No, Unicity does all this stuff in-house. There's third-party certifications, and some of the names that you see up here on the screen are sports agencies. Professional athletes aren't going to put just anything in their bodies. Unicity also has 18 natural products listed in the prescriber's digital reference, formerly known as the physician's desk reference. This is the FDA-approved publication that doctors and pharmacists use to look up medications to see how they interact, what they're supposed to do, any side effects. And guess what? There's no side effects here with these products. There's been so many clinical studies by leading hospitals and universities, BYU, the Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, Sydney University. That's the home of the glycemic index. Columbia University, University of Connecticut. I mean, even the Cleveland Clinic went so far as to say that such a product, if taken regularly, could reduce cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and or dose for lipid-lowering prescription drugs. That's the Cleveland Clinic's words, y'all, not mine. This is the #1 heart hospital in the world. And with heart disease being the #1 killer, if everyone were on these, according to the Cleveland Clinic, I'm interpreting that as heart disease would cease to be the #1 cause of death. Yeah, I agree with that. Sounds like that's what it's saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
These products are also patented, and the ingredients are sourced directly from the farmers. One thing that people notice when they get on the Feel Great system is not only are they having a great increase or improvement of their health, but also their wealth increases in savings that they're seeing from the products. I mean, look at these savings on groceries: $200 a month, $500 a month. No more antidepressants, insulin reduction, no more high blood pressure medications. There's comments here from professional accountants that really do watch their money, and they're noticing savings. The system pays for itself, and the comments just, they just keep on coming in. This is something that everybody notices. So, Feel Great system, Unimate tea and balance, when coupled with time-based eating, have been clinically proven to completely eliminate insulin resistance. And as I said earlier, if you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. These products taste great. They're safe for children as well as lactating mothers. And the system is unique, unmistakable, and simply impossible to duplicate. All that makes sense, right?
Yes.
With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and let's open up the floor to any testimonies. And also any questions that anyone may have, feel free to turn on your cameras, turn on your microphones, and yeah, let's have it.
Hey,
Floor
John,
is
can
yours.
you take the product with medicine?
Yes, definitely. And we also encourage that you continue to take your medications. Um, when you take and when you do not take your medications is between you and your doctor. Most of us here are not medical professionals. We do have some. Nurse Lavanya, for example, is on the panel. She has been a registered nurse for 20 years, 20 plus years. But the rest of us, we can't claim that. Definitely, definitely get with your doctor and let them know. And remember, it's in the PDR. Tell them to look it up. They will. And I love getting the stories, by the way, from customers that tell me that their doctors are either reducing or taking them off their medication as a result of having been on these products.
Yes, John. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Catherine.
No, just saying, hey, there's Queen Rashida. I didn't know she's gonna be on here tonight.
Hey, Your Highness.
She's still
Hey
tracking.
everybody.
Hey
Hi
there.
there. I apologize for being late. I'm
Right.
in a new time zone. I've been struggling to get on, and then the Wi-Fi here. I'm up on a mountain and the signal may be bad, so if I freeze up. But I have a question. I always
Yeah.
have so I have a person that I gave the drink to, the tea, the Unimati, and I've been talking to them about sipping all day, just let it work slowly, getting into the body. What happens if they forget that and they are working out and they need something to drink and they just chug it down real fast? What happens?
Not much. I have heard some people. I have heard testimonies of some, maybe feeling like a rush because of everything entering the system quickly. But I mean, that really depends on the person, to the best of my knowledge. There's Lavanya, you ever hear anything about that?
I've chugged like a half a bottle down if I needed, but I've been on it for 2 years. Now, someone just new starting out. Now if they're a big caffeine drinker and they drink like 3-4 cups of coffee a day, they should be okay. But if it's a newbie and they're not used to drinking caffeine and they chug it like that, they may have tons of energy like immediately, and it may take time for that to come down. I always recommend just start slow just to see how your body responds to yerba mate, because everybody's going to respond differently. But it does have anywhere from naturally occurring 75 to 100 milligrams of naturally occurring caffeine that's not going to give you jitters or make you feel like anxious feeling, okay? But everyone is going to respond different. I always recommend just start slow. I know it's hard to do because it is very refreshing and delicious. So just sip, baby. Just sip.
There you go.
Don't guzzle. Sip. Feel a little wave of hunger, take a sip. Suppress the appetite.
We have a question in the chat saying how soon we see results. Everyone is different. I can tell you the results that I saw. A lot of people do say something similar. The very first week of being on the system, the first thing I noticed was a big increase in energy. My brain fog started to disappear, achy joints started to disappear. By the and being a truck driver, having to pull over to clear my head just every 2 or 3 hours, all that stopped. I was able to just drive. By the second month, that's when I noticed more air conditioning in my clothes. Okay, everything started to fit a little bit looser. And but when I looked at myself in the mirror, I still saw the same person. Now, before I started, I was told, and I'm telling this to everybody else that might be starting soon, take pictures. Because by the third month, when I would look at myself in the mirror, I would still see that same 373.6 pound John. But then I remembered, they told me to take pictures. So I took a second set of pictures and I put them together. And it was mine. I was actually changing. I hadn't realized it because I see myself every day. But yeah, at that point, I knew as far as that 90-day money back guarantee was, keep the money. I want some more of this product.
Yeah.
And I would like to add, it's most important that you are healing your body on a cellular level. The weight loss comes as a side effect. So if you're starting this system, it should be more focused on claiming your health. If you're dealing with type 2 diabetes, or you just want more energy, you want to be more preventive in your health, then you want to look at the non-scale victories, as we call it. Not so much focus on the scale. Don't get on the scale, because the scale is going to absolutely disappoint you. So don't get on the scale, because water weight and what you're eating is going to reflect that weight on the scale. So you don't want to be watching the scale every 2 to 3 days. Oh, I gained a pound, I lost a pound, I gained a pound. No, get your jeans, get your prom dress out, whatever it is you desire to get back into, that little mini skirt or whatever. Let that be the gauge or the guide to show how you're doing in your inches. And there's also we have a form where you can do all your body measurements, your arms, your hips, your legs, your thighs. So let that be the gauge of how well you're doing. And then just check in, how you feeling? Oh, I don't have that ache and pain no more. I feel good. I don't have a migraine headache. So just count your non-scale small victories. And keep going. Don't give up. Just give it that good 3 months and then continue on, because it really does amazing things for the body.
I think I remember Miss Greenwood telling me that she actually got back into her cheerleading uniform, something like that. And it was great. She wouldn't send me any pictures, but that's what I was told. I remember that. All right. Do you have to take these products forever? Anybody want to tackle that question?
I can. No, we still have to remember the root cause. Our modern day food has been totally stripped of all of the fiber. So that's causing us to want to eat constantly from sun up to sundown. And then there's tons of fast food. There's food everywhere and available to us. You can go on willpower with intermittent fasting and time-based eating. You can go off the products and just be very strict with yourself with your time-based eating, intermittent fasting, and try to get some fiber in your foods, but that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to eat 6 or 8 oranges to get the amount of fiber you get when you take one little pack of balance before the meal. So for me, it'll be affinity, because I know where I was and where I'm at now, and I'll never go back to eating a meal. I can't eat a meal if I don't have my fiber. And if I forget the fiber, which only maybe one time over 2 years, I forgot fiber, I had a balance. I had a Unimante in place of that balance, because I walked across the street and I wasn't planning to eat my lunch across the street in the case manager office. And it was just convenient, and the day was going by fast. I just chugged down the Unimante tea, ate the meal. When I got back over, I had my balance. So being consistent and persistent, it really does pay off.
All right.
John?
Yes, ma'am.
What happens if you, or should you ever never take a balance without eating?
Well, you should always have the balance before some people still do the old school where they wait that 10 to 15 minutes, but I'll just have my balance first, chug it down, and then I eat. Even if it's been 30 minutes or hours, still take that balance, because guess what? That blood sugar is still up. So any fiber you put into the gut is going to start bringing the blood glucose down. I've even had a balance first and had a meal that may have been a little bit too high in carbohydrates, and I still got that sleepy feeling. I just chugged down another balance and then knocked it away. It brought the glucose and the insulin down.
Yeah, that works.
Oh yeah, that's a trick. For some people, even take 2 balances before that high carb meal. They can have some rice, some beer, or whatever. In Japan, I was seeing them multiple times, even at the bar, have some balance.
But you should always have food after the balance. You should never just take a balance by itself.
Well, it's not a meal replacement, but if you really don't want to feel like eating a meal, you can have your balance first and then don't eat. It's not going to do anything. You're just adding gut good fiber to your gut for your microbes.
You might want to take some vitamins with it too. If you got like some daily vitamins that you can take with that balance, then do that. Or even
Because
sorry.
The balance is good. Which one?
Yeah, because sometimes some members, they may have acid reflux when they first start on the system. They don't have enough of good gut microbes. So when they start off with the Unimante, they may get that acid reflux feeling. So I just tell them just reverse it. Just have your balance first and then go into your fasting with your tea. That way you're going to feed that gut and give it the good gut microbes to become more healthy in your gut. And then eventually you go back to doing your fasting with your tea and then your fiber before your meal. So it's a lot of little ways you work with your members, your members if they're experiencing or having that issue. Ms. Catherine?
Yes, Catherine.
Yeah, there's times when I'll eat early in the day and I'm not hungry by the time 8 o'clock comes around. So later on at night, I'll just take a balance and just to have something on my stomach, not eating any food, just a balance. So you can do that. It'll settle your stomach. It'll give you some nutrients. You're not breaking your fast, and you can just have that balance or even a half a balance just to get you through the night.
Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
some of the newer people that are on the system, you might notice that you're getting 60 balance and 60 Unimate and 30 balance with your order. If that's what you're receiving, you can have two Unimates during the day, have one in the morning. You can have a second one, around lunchtime with your lunch, early afternoon, maybe before an afternoon workout, and have your balance with your largest meal, whichever meal has the most carbohydrates in it. For most people, that's dinner time. But for myself, when I've only had one balance a day, I've always had it at lunchtime because I'll notice that by the time dinner comes around, I'm not hungry. And depending on what time it is, I might just go ahead and have my second Unimate then.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you traveling like this travel, I had breakfast first because I got up way early in the morning and I didn't want to be in between time and trying to, figure out what to eat. So I had my balance first in the airport, had a breakfast, and then I went into fasting. And then I had a dinner later when we all went out for dinner.
Okay. You can do that too. You could also flip it completely around, have balance for breakfast, balance for lunch, Unimate in the afternoon.
And another balance. You got 3.
Or just call it a day. Everybody, we do these meetings Monday through Friday, just about almost every weeknight, where we talk about the health side of the system, but we also talk about the wealth side of the system on the weekends. On Thursday night, we do a marathon of Zoom meetings. And at the top of the hour, we're going to have our own nurse, Lavonia Crawford, doing her meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and give her the floor so she can go ahead and give us a little preview of coming attractions.
Hey guys, invite some family, some friends that need to hear about this Feel Great system because we're on a move. We're on a 1% mission to help those that have no idea that type 2 diabetes can be reversed. You can get rid of it because it's simply controlled by constantly eating and eating and eating and never letting your glucose and insulin come down. So come back. Where you can learn more how to continue your journey, your health journey, save someone's life, save your life, save your family member's life, because it really is health transformation, claiming your health, changing the narrative of your health. So let's go. 7 o'clock. Let's go.
All right. And as far as on the weekend, every Saturday morning, we talk about the wealth side of this, so the Feel Great system. There is a business opportunity here. We're trying to get this into the hands of as many people as possible, and hardly anyone has ever heard of these products. Matter of fact, only 0.0058% of the population is using it, which means we have a lot of work to do. For every box that you sell, you can earn $25. And with so many people in need of the Feel Great system, that can turn into a nice chunk of change. If you're interested in that part of it, then come on out Saturday morning. I'm going to ask Ms. Catherine to expand on that a little bit, if you would, please.
Yes, absolutely. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast. That's really early. I've experienced that. But we talk about the business side. So be there on time because we're talking about business. So we get started. The doors lock 5 minutes after. Sometimes you can get in, but most of the time we just want you to go ahead and be there and be ready to get some strategies on your getting your business up and running, getting some great strategies on how to work it, and getting some great tips, and we all share. So you get learn a lot.
Yeah, and I want to encourage everybody again, really consider the business opportunity here. Even if network marketing is not something that you're really into, we have a pretty good referral program that runs the same play. So you can either make money or end up getting your product for free just from having referred enough people. Come on out Saturday morning and hear about that. And if you do join the business, then you get to be a participant in all these wonderful events like what we just had in Las Vegas. And again, it was a wonderful time,
That's
We got
fun.
out there. Great to see everybody. Coach, Lavanya, Dennis, Rashida. I hope
We met a warrior. Didn't we meet a warrior, you guys?
Yeah, we did.
At least in name only.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So we are about maybe what, 12 minutes over. So I don't want to hold everybody too long, and I got to get back on the road. But I do want to thank everybody for coming on out. Again, get back with the person that invited you to get on the field grade system, and to also find out about the meeting at the top of the hour featuring Nurse Crawford. Reggie, did you have something to close us out with? I saw you raise your hand.
Oh, no, I was just waving.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But
Okay. All right.
yeah, I really enjoy this, and it has helped me. You know, I just can't say just helped me a whole lot. And my mother,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
doing great.
That's doing great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. I just want to thank everyone else again for coming on out. See y'all at the top of the hour. Get back with the person that invited you, of course. And until the next time, as I always say, y'all go and feel great.
Boys feel great.
Yeah.
Goodbye to the camera.